I feel like the lighting is really bad, but I can't tell because the lighting is really bad. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, and if you're new here, I post 3 times a week, so make sure to turn on those notifications so that you can know every single time I post a new video. For today's video, we have honest opinions on living in China. Let's get into it. So I have a few different things that we're going to go over today. Let's start with just one thing before we start with my list of things. You need to know that when you move somewhere, it doesn't matter if you're moving an hour away, if you're moving 30 minutes away, if you're changing from this house to the house right next to you. There are going to be challenges, difficulties, and there are also going to be many, many positive things. So my overall experience in China has been positive. I love living here. It's my home. I feel homesick when I'm not here. With that, let's get started. First thing, I love living here. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's amazing. That's like my first honest opinion. It's safe, it's beautiful, it's wonderful. The people I've met are just like so welcoming in my neighborhood, in my community. Everywhere I've been, there's always been a community that I can go to and, you know, be with, hang out with, be homies with. Yeah. Okay, so the second thing is about learning Mandarin Chinese. So if you don't know Mandarin, clearly things are going to be hard for you. Obviously, because everyone here speaks Mandarin. Now, many people do speak English, so it won't be like impossible to get by because we got broken English, broken Chinese, and body language to explain things to people. Learning Mandarin is kind of hard, I do want to point out. I find it difficult. If you already know 2 languages, then I feel like it will be easier for you. Yeah, and because Chinese Mandarin is like characters, right? So you need to know the meanings of all these different characters, the sounds that they make, but maybe 2 characters can have 2 different sounds. Like Yin Han, the Han is also zi xing chi de xing, you know? So yeah, you just gotta keep that type of stuff in mind when you're learning Chinese. It's a challenge, it's a struggle. You gotta be motivated, you gotta want it for it to work out for you. But it will definitely be easier if you do know Chinese. My Chinese level is HSK 4 right now. I'm studying for 5. And you know, I think it's pretty good. It's not the best, but you know, it's pretty good. The second thing is the food. I love Chinese food, but Chinese food is very important to know this. You need a good chef. The chef needs to be good for it to taste good. I guess this is the same for all types of food, but it doesn't erase my point that, you know, you need a good chef to make good Chinese food. Sometimes you go to a restaurant that's not that good and the food is too oily or too full with MSG, and it's just not a pleasant experience for you, you know? If you go to those bomb Chinese restaurants, like one is Grandma's Home. Oh my god, delicious, amazing. Love it. Super good Chinese food. Then you're going to get a pleasant experience. I especially like baozi. Baozi are like meat-filled buns, and jiaozi, which are dumplings. Oh my god. Delicious. Cool. Okay, so I didn't go to a local Chinese public school. I went to an international school. You can check out my video, types of kids at international schools. Yeah, so I went to international school. I like it. It's great. There's a lot of people from a lot of different places. International school is expensive though. That is one thing that you need to keep in mind. Next thing, Chinese culture. Oh my gosh, Chinese culture is great. I love it. Many people in China are very in tune with their culture and with their heritage, and family is a really big part of that, which I really appreciate about the Chinese culture. There are so many different holidays where the purpose, like the way you celebrate, is by eating with your family, meeting up with your family, especially during Chinese New Year, which is just great, you know, like a family-oriented culture. Amazing. One thing that I did find to be challenging when I moved here was that there was a lot of litter on the ground and people tend to spit more than I'm used to. Yeah, that was just challenging for me to get used to at first. But I think that since I moved here 9 years ago until now, it's completely different. Like, the streets are so much cleaner, people spit less, there is soap and toilet paper in bathrooms. Not every time, so you do need to carry it around with you, but most of the time there is. Before, it was like never there. So that's one thing that is like One thing that I didn't personally find this challenging, but I know that other people do. A lot of Chinese people that you'll just see outside will want to take pictures with you just because you're a foreigner, especially if you have curly hair and if it's bleached blonde. They'll like ask for you to like take pictures with their kids. They'll want to touch your hair. They'll want to add your, like, get your phone number, add you on WeChat, all of this type of stuff. Some people find this as an extreme invasion of privacy. I don't really mind it that much. Another challenge is that if you're a student or a tourist or anything like that, you cannot work here. You need to have a work visa, like a visa specifically for working. So as a college student living in China, it might be difficult for you to find a job. Usually the college campus will have jobs for you, however they don't pay that much. Yeah, that's another thing to keep in mind, just like kind of a downside, but you know, mostly good things. Oh my god, one thing that I'm absolutely like so happy with living here, it's much cheaper than living in other places. Like, not all places of course, but like it's relatively cheap. Like, living expenses cheaper. Of course it depends what city, but like Ningbo, living expenses like super cheap. People like fresh food here, so you know, there will always be fresh fish, fresh anything, like fresh cut meat, like everything, okay? So I love that, and it's not expensive. If you are getting imported things, and it is getting kind of expensive, but if you're not getting imported things and you're just buying things locally, then you know, you Gucci, man. Oh, another thing that I really like about here is like public transportation is so easy and so cheap. Like, wow, it's so cheap. Like, taking the bus is 2 renminbi. 2 renminbi. Whoa, taking the bus. Taking the subway is really cheap. It can vary from 2 renminbi to 7 renminbi depending on where you're going. But man, you know what? Like 2 renminbi, 7 renminbi, that's like nothing, okay? And it's even cheaper if you have like a card for the subway and for the bus, then it's only 50%. So me taking the bus would be like 1 kwai instead of 2 kwai, and taking the subway will be like a few mile less, so maybe instead of 2 kwai it will be 1.5, which is awesome. One thing that comes with living abroad, you know, you could start to feel lonely if you don't find your people, you know, if you don't find a group that's like, oh, this reminds me of my culture, this reminds me of my home. Of course, you know, you want to immerse yourself in Chinese culture, but you know, you also want to hang out with people of like all different cultures and community life. Depending on what city you're in, there could be more of that or less of that. So you just have to keep that in mind. If you are someone who needs to connect with people from your specific culture, not exclusively, but of course, like, just, you know, as a reminder of where you've come from, then you know, you definitely need to look into what is available in the city that you're looking to go to. Okay guys, so that is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, my honest opinions on living in China. I love China, it's amazing. The food is amazing food. Oh my god, so good. I love Chinese food. So that's the end of the video. Make sure you give a big thumbs up, plus a positive comment down below, and you should definitely share this with your friends because it's amazing. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Oh wait, I didn't tell you to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay guys, bye!